Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays. We have an insane amount of items to go through. I don't think we've ever seen this many before. Before we start, a quick word for the sponsor. Yahaha, the brand new user generation content creation platform for 3D multiplayer games, where anyone can create and publish their own games. There's no complicated coding and it's very simple to use, but let me just show you. Here we are in the editor. As you can see, it's really easy to move around and move stuff around. Up in here we have the asset library, with millions of assets available to you. These assets are stored on the cloud drive, so they can be real-time streamed to you when you need to use them, which is really nice since you can just search for what you want. Let's just say I want a cat, and boom, here we go, we got a cat. Let me make cat big. Yeah, let me add another cat. What I like too is how easy it is to edit your levels. This is what I made, and it took me like 5 minutes. It's impressive, right? I'm good. And once you're done and happy, you can easily publish your creation to the cross-platform Yahaha app, usable on both mobile and PC, where other players can discover and join your work. Oh, and did I mention it's early access, and you can be one of the first people to get in. And it's free, so click the link below and join the early access version. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the cosmetics. First off, Caustic Crustacean. There it is, a Pyro cosmetic that makes him look like Zoidberg. It's pretty cool. Bolooni Buddy. I'll kinda be rushing through these. Pretty dope item for the Pyro. Next, Treasure Seeker. There's two styles, one with and one without a galleon figure. I think that's what this is called, right? The little skull. Very well done on the render. I'm pretty impressed. Oh no, okay, never mind. One has a different eye on the skull. Yeah, well, next we have the Baguette Bandit. I'll dwell on this one for a second, because whoever made this thing, smart, cool, handsome, wealthy, and Shrexy, went through the effort of creating a whole banner for it. Let's see here, there it is, Baguette Bandit. That is awesome. That's insane. I'm so impressed by people who go through the extra effort, who go the extra mile. Well done, gentlemen. I shall put this as the first link in the description. Also, it's a funny bread head cosmetic, which is also good. Next, Occipital Assistant Spy. Yep, that's right. A spy face on the back of Spy's head. Oh my god. Okay, the face on the back of his head is also animated. Jesus Christ. Okay. So this was not only put on Spy, it was also put on Pyro, as you can see here. And on Pyro, I think it's almost more cursed, if that's even possible. So you have a second face on the back of Pyro's head. If this was going to be added, I expect it's going to be one cosmetic with like 9 styles. So like or just for all class, you know. And for each class, you have a separate looking thing. And if this was added, that's my point. I hope it's like the rarest rarity, because it looks like a rare hat. It looks like something special. And it also looks insanely cursed. Please Halloween restrict it. Oh my god. You can come by. Oh my. Okay. Alright. We'll see if it gets added. Next up, the Hatchet Hare. Not too certain if it would also add the Huntress's Lullaby. But even if not, it would make for a cool looking set. And a nice little reference to, I don't know if it's Dead by Daylight. I think it's actually a series or like film or whatever. I know it from Dead by Daylight, so a Dead by Daylight reference. Yep, that's right. Batnum's Opus, a simple bat above your head as an unusual effect. What generation of unusual effects do we have? It's like 15, 16? I don't know. Who cares? Cool looking bat. I like the clean animation. Pretty dope. Next, shiny spoils. I usually don't include the war paints too often, since I'm not a huge fan of them myself, and you know, they are just simple textures slapped on your guns. But every now and again there's one that I actually like, and the shiny spoils is one of them. Just keys on your guns. You could be like a trader thing for the wealthy of traders, you know. Anyway, Rolling Thunder, Jarl style. So there's 2 styles to this. No, there's 3. There's Jarl, Hilmir, and Berserk. That's right. Pretty self-explanatory. Explorer style, Viking themed hat for soldier. And might I say, one of the better ones I've seen in my time. This might be the next Tyrant's helmet if it gets added. But then again, what do I know? But oh my god, with the white beard, that's crazy though. I hope it gets added. This is unusual. My god. Anyway, Stargazing Blazer. This has 3 styles. Let me just showcase this one. It just adds a little animation effect to your eyes and also a color, obviously. I still remember when they added the all-class glasses that were animated and no one really cared about a week later. So Not too sure if it's gonna be an actual good cosmetic, but I still like it. You know, it's special. It's a little outstanding. Next up, Conniving Clown. Payday 2 in Team Fortress 2. Ever since they came to our rescue and tweeted at the TF2 developer team back in the day when we had the save TF2 thing and it wasn't even that big yet, I think Payday 2 and TF2 are somewhat interwoven. This, as a little tribute, would be dope in my book. A Panther in the dark. Love it. Love it. You get to be Pink Panther. I used to love that show when I was a kid, man. I used to watch that for hours. But it was like my parents were pretty strict, so I could only watch it on my birthday. So I just sit there on my birthday for 8 hours watching Pink Panther. Good times. Good times. Oh my god, I only just now got that. It adds the mustache to the spy if you equip it for a spy. That's so cool. That's so fun. Engician, a magic hat for engineer, making him look like a little dwarf, like a little gnome, like Keemstar. I don't know why this reminds me of Keemstar. It's from the items thing, you're right, yeah, that's why they made him a gnome there. That's pretty dope. Skull Basher, unusual effect, scarring you mentally and physically. Pretty cool stuff, you know, also Halloween themed. Next up, Maggie. Once again, a soldier companion that it goes with the maggot, with the brain maggot soldier has already. I'm sure you all are aware of that item. It is pretty funny. It just tells him you should invade France on his shoulder. I like it. It's actually somewhat cute for it being an ugly insect. It's pretty cute for that because of the big eyes. Cursed Corvid. A Pyro cosmetic making him look like a plague doctor or something like that. Looks like a plague thing. But maybe, I keep saying this because I keep getting comments about it. I just sometimes don't get references. But it looks like a plague thing. Next, Docbot. Making doctors or medics' head into this big cross and with some animated facial expressions, which is pretty dope. Of course, paintable, quite reminiscent of the Beat Boy engineer head cosmetic. I don't know exactly what the engineer head one is called, but he's got one where the same thing happens to him. Probus Prosthetic, another medic hat. This time around, sort of making his head into a Squidward-esque big brain thing. Although it's I think more of a bucket that's just sort of put on it. Regardless, pretty dope. And I'm sure there's some pretty cool sets you can make when painting it. So keep that in mind. Father of all bombs. God style. There's two styles, demigod and god, with demigod giving that blue eye look. A clean and simple demoman cosmetic that makes him look super dope. Although not necessarily Halloween themed, even though this episode is kind of supposed to be that, I still decided to add it in. Since it's really well made, you know, it's very clean. Saddles, the clown. Nothing much to say. Some clown makeup for engineer. Good addition for the next Halloween update, I think. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Hey, that's a call to action, folks. Mind Blower. Two different styles, rotten and wholesome, with the wholesome one not actually looking like a zombie. We have some pretty funny presentation with this SFM render of Spy just having killed Scout in chess, I believe. It is fully paintable with the paint only painting your eyes. A cool twist on the usual concept of just painting the mask. Tiki Topper. I am personally a fan of the weapon-themed hats that we're starting to see. And especially with the sniper, we get quite a few of those. With the crocodile hat that we have already, this one would, you know, step right in line as a Razorback-themed hat. Pretty dope. And also very well catered to the Team Fortress 2 art style. Next up, Rupture. An unusual effect. There is 3 different variants. 1, Alien. 2, Antichrist, I believe. And 3, Heavenly Ascent, I think. And here you can see all 3 of them in action. So here's the Heavenly Ascent one. You have souls going into the light. The Antichrist one, you have an evil Marasmus looking figure and some souls getting sucked into him. And then there's also the alien one that sends out alien rays down below it. It is really cool that all those 3 variants really are so different and so unique. Another unusual effect, this time around a taunt one, is the Rising Ritual effect. it is Halloween themed. These are small pumpkins, I do believe, that are sort of flying up around you. Nope, okay, it's half moons, or just particles, I guess. It is not pumpkins, I lied, I'm sorry. There's 3 variants, with one being orange, one being this purple, bluish, and one, actually these look pretty much the same. I think it's just 2 variants. Yeah, well, pretty nice looking, and well done also. The Sweeping Willow, once again a weaponry skin. I'm still hoping we get some of those, but then again, it's gonna be less work for Valve if they don't do that, so I'm guessing we're not gonna get the Sweeping Willow, but I still think it's dope, and here's a quick presentation of how it looks in-game. Hog of War. Brings me back to Princess Mononoke from Studio Ghibli. Kinda reminds me of the big hog there. Kinda has the same demonic, angry look. I think the design is quite close as well. Anyway, even without that, it's a good Halloween restricted item for the demo ban, and you know, we have the animal theme going on for different mercs. I'm pretty happy with a hog for demo ban. The next one's also an animal item for the soldiers this time around, a raccoon themed set. You know, soldiers' raccoon items have been racking up, if you know what I mean. Pretty dope. And you can also kind of combine it with other cosmetics, as you can see here, like the monkey one maybe. The only thing I'm not too sure about is the head. Because I kind of feel like at this point you might as well make him entirely into a raccoon. But still pretty dope. Next up, Devil May Burn. Wow. They're going into a casual match, which is hell. I get it, it's funny. Just for the presentation, you gotta vote for this one, folks. It's a simple little mustache and beard, make you look like the devil. Also, it's got the devil hair, the slick, combed back devil hair. Very nice, very nice. Moving on, Plate of the Living Bread, a shoulder cosmetic for heavy. You remember when we got the sandwich head cosmetic? Never speak to me or my son ever again. Very nice. Wow, there is a lot of cosmetics today. Jacque of Hearts. I think that's how you pronounce that. Jacque? Is it Jack? It's probably Jack. Jacque of Hearts. A French Revolution, apparently, spy cosmetic, which comes with its own little demonstration here. Looks like this in-game. There it is. And it is fully paintable. Although I feel like the paints are slightly more subtle than they usually are. Like this green seems a bit more white than usual. And this is not like a full black. There's a tinge of white in there as if it was powdered, like a powdered wig. Nice little touch. Tongue twister. Big tongue for any merc. Goes well with the crazy eye cosmetics we have already. I really like the SFM stuff people come up with. Well, let's move on to the Ghastly Grin. This is not, as you might expect, an actual mouth replacement. It's instead a small mask that goes above your mouth. It could be, I think, a good lower tier cosmetic for the next cosmetic case. If you think it might be mid tier, you can tell me that about. I think it's a well placed low tier cosmetic. Anyway, let's move on to the Grim Grin. I'm not 100% sure if it actually replaces the mouth or if it is just to show off here. But if it does replace the mouth, then Jesus, that is grisly. Look at those teeth. Oh my god. Huh? Heavy, you should get some braces. That is some dental hygiene done. Jesus. But apart from that, it gives him the perfect executor vibe and look. And also it's paintable. Next, smartest man alive. I'm pretty happy with the demonstration here. A heavy sort of bullet king chess hat, which is pretty dope. Nothing too crazy, but also pretty strong in my opinion. Let's move on to the mean captain. Oh wow, some devil horns coming out of your little cap there. Also, I do believe there's a slight glow to the eyes on the emblem. Yeah, I'm like 80% sure this is also gonna be when it's in-game, so you have a slight glow there. Oh, the paint affects the eye glow. I see, so you can paint it, and it also paints the eye on the emblem. Pretty dope stuff, yeah. For some reason, I'm kind of getting German World War II vibes. Maybe that's because they were pretty evil. Says me, an Austrian. Well, moving on to the Tribute of Ra, making Pyro's head completely into gold, also adding this wonderful Sphinx hair to his head. Now, I know we already have that Sphinx hat cosmetic, but I think that's different enough to be a separate cosmetic completely, and a pretty dope looking one too. You know, I love gold. If you have some gold Australian items, you could combine that pretty well, I think. Only like 8 more. I know it's there's a lot today, but that's good for you, I guess. Just more for me to edit. The kitty cap, nothing crazy, just a little, you know, cap that looks like a kitten. I don't know. It's actually kind of cute. I can't help but compare it to more Studio Ghibli stuff, because that's what I've been binge watching all the Studio Ghibli movies. Kind of looks like the cat train from My Neighbor Totoro. I think that's actually pure coincidence. I think that's just because they are both cats. Next up, Propane Nightmare. There's a lot of these pirate backpack cosmetics, but I haven't seen one in the style of a mimic. The mimic backpack gas can. That's pretty awesome. And, you know, perfect for the next Halloween update. I don't think it's gonna be like a top tier item, should it be added, since we have the tiers. I think this is mid tier. I don't think it's low tier. The only thing I sort of don't like about anything that isn't a hat cosmetic is it won't be able to be unboxed in unusual. So whenever you see it when unboxing, you're gonna be sad because you know you didn't get an unusual immediately. But apart from that, it's dope. Mr. Angry Eyes. More eye cosmetics. Not too sure if this is actually different enough from the eye cosmetics we have already, but you know, there it is. Smoldering Gaze. The boys. As a Team Fortress 2 cosmetic. Finally. I only ever saw the cape. This is the hat or the hair with mask to the cape, completing the Homelander look. I think this is actually a separate cape completely, so it has its own cape as well. Well, that is awesome. I am never too sure how exactly the copyright stuff works, if you can just add this since it's different enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a cool concept, that's for certain. Clown Care. Meet the medic. But in an alternate universe, I think you could make a pretty cool animation with this concept in mind. It's a clown cosmetic for medic. I don't think there is a single medic clown cosmetic yet. Not 100% sure, but like 90%ish. I don't think there is one. Could be the first one. Only 3 more to go. The Devilish Details. A spy back cosmetic that adds little wings and that little devil tail that we all connect with our heads to the devil immediately with our big brains. Of course, baitable as are most items, and it does include jiggly bones as seen in this GIF or GIF that is attached. I'll always say, no, you know what? It's GIF, goddammit. And it's part of this set, which also has the cool suit. I like my spy suits. And last but not least, Stroll Shoes. Some dope shoes for the demo. These are now, there's like a whole set. You know, this is the entire set. It's got like a crown and like these pearls and a weaponry skin. The whole shebang, but I'm really just here for the shoes. I think those are funny. Yeah, well, that was it for today's episode. Go ahead and leave a like should you have enjoyed it. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye-bye for now.